Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to syracuse.com's SOS Spotlight Athlete of the Week. I'm Lindsay Kramer. Today, we're fortunate enough to be joined by Will Schneid from the West Genesee hockey team. Will also plays lacrosse, but we're in hockey season, so we're going to start off with hockey. Will's off to a flying start this season, 12 goals in his first few games. Will, thanks for joining us. First of all, you're a freshman, so it's your first full varsity season. You came up last year as an eighth grader in a shortened season. Did you expect to do so well so quickly as a freshman this year?
Well, I think we can credit that a lot to the team's work and work ethic over the summer. We worked hard in summer camp, worked hard in training camp leading up to the season, and as a team, we were all prepared to play, and it just makes it a lot easier. Just as a team, we worked hard to get up to this point, and a lot of people are having success, so that's just making it easier. Everyone's ready to go.
How would you describe your style, your scouting report? Coach says that you have a great shot and you just have to find a way. You find a way of getting to the net. It's pretty simple to say, but hard to do. If you had to describe how and why you're successful, what would you say?
Well, I think I've been put in a lot of situations where I have the opportunity to put the puck in the back of the net for my teammates making plays, and if they make plays, it's just easy for me to find a way to get the puck into the net from there.
And you even got a taste last year as an eighth grader, which I think is relatively unusual for such a strong program like West Genesee. It was a shortened season. What are your expectations going into that? I'm sure you probably just want to get a taste of the varsity action. Take us a little bit from last year and how it sort of prepares you for regular time this year.
Well, last year was just good. I got a good experience. It wasn't the high school hockey experience that I was expecting, but it was good to be able to get to know what the game was like and play with and get to know the team because we only had 4 or 5 kids leave last year, so most of the team is returners, which made it a lot easier with the chemistry we had coming back this year.
Well, you're a right wing now. Oftentimes, during growing up, just playing in your backyard rink, which we'll get to in a minute, kids often switch around. Were we ever any other position besides wing, or was that it right from the start?
Yeah, I played center up until last year, so that was my main position up until last year.
So the switch to right wing was this season or last season?
Last season was my first season at right wing.
That can be a big switch for a young guy just moving to varsity. How did that go?
It took me a little bit to get used to it, but my teammates helped me out. My older brother helped me out, so as time went by, it just became more natural.
Now you mentioned your brother, and anybody that pays attention to West Genesee lacrosse knows the last name for decades and decades. Your dad, Dave, was a great hockey player and lacrosse player at West Genesee and lacrosse player at Cornell. And you've got a couple older brothers, and you have 3 younger siblings, twins, and a younger sister. So really, your last name has been synonymous with success at West Genesee for many, many years. That's almost always a good thing. But sometimes, there's expectations to live up to, high standards of your older brothers and your dad. How have you sort of adapted to kind of following in their footsteps?
I don't really think about it as following in their footsteps too much. Just kind of focus on every day. You just want to become a better version of yourself, and if you make them proud along the way, that's what it counts. That make them proud is a good focus. But overall, I'm just looking forward to just continuing to succeed this year as a team.
Who among your dad or 2 older brothers has given you the best advice about being a hockey player at West Genesee, and what is it?
Well, they've all helped growing up. Both older brothers played here, so that was nice. They both gave me good, valuable advice. And my dad obviously was on a state championship team, so that makes it help. He would really gave good advice. But playing with James last year was a good experience. He helped me really adapt to the way that high school works and help me sort of get to know the game and how it's different from other where's I played. And he's really just helped me become a type of person and player I am today.
Well, that's kind of an interesting point because you did have the 1 year with James in high school, and I know growing up you played with your brothers just informally in the backyard rink there, but that was actually a full season of or a partial season of playing real games, high school games with James. What did that do for you? What did what would you pick up from him in those handful of games on the varsity career with him last year?
I just was able to like see how well he's like composed and patient with the puck, and how he doesn't let himself get down after a mistake or anything like that. He has just a good mentality on the ice, and that's it's nice to see. It was like good to see. I like to base my game off of that.
Now, you and your two older brothers are relatively close in age, and you've got that competition going on. Do any of you, or either of you, or maybe one or two of you, brag much? Do you talk much about who's the best among you three with similar ages in high school career and soon to be college?
No, there's not much bragging going on. We all like to see each other succeed and reach our goals.
So even no trash talk, no comparing notes or
I mean,
games.
if it's trash talk, it's just like joking. But overall, we all have to see each other succeed and reach their goals.
Yeah. So I know just outside the window there for your bedroom rink or bedroom, you've got a outside rink. You were telling me that you've had that since you can remember, right? Growing up.
Yeah, we pretty much made it every year since we've grown up.
And was it always the same size? Did it expand as the years went on because kids are getting bigger?
Yeah, every year now we seem to be making it a little bit bigger, adding a board or two.
Really? Because I'm sure, does your dad still get out there? Because I'm sure he's still got the skating ability. Does he skate with you guys?
Maybe once or twice a year, he likes to get out there.
We're at a time now, we were talking, it's holiday time, everybody's home, your older brothers and obviously your younger siblings, so it's a very crowded house. Will all six of you get out there and just skate around, or how do you divide up the games or the ice time?
I'm sure all six of us would get out there if it hopefully freezes this winter. You never know. It's been pretty warm out recently, so.
And there was a time when all three of the older boys were home. You're all very good. What are your recollections about skating against your brothers on your backyard rink? Was one of you always the goalie or the goal scorer, or what? How did games and competitions go out there? Did you have other neighborhood kids there joining you?
Oh yeah, we had a few other neighborhood kids join us, but it was pretty much just like for fun. There was usually never a goalie, just like a pond hockey net, just playing for fun around this.
Now, did you push each other? Would you try and emulate, some of the things your brothers did stick handling wise?
Yeah, seeing the moves that they pulled off, it's obviously really it's good advice and like what I want to do. So definitely get some tips from them.
So you all must be pretty anxious for the weather to turn cold enough, and
Yeah, I hope it can freeze sometime soon.
because the window is limited. Although with Syracuse, you never know how long it's going to be cold for or viable. But
Yeah.
I know your team's on a little bit of a break now, but you have to stay sharp. I think practices are on hold for a little bit. What's the key to kind of staying in competitive shape? Because you're a top program, you're off for a little bit here. How do you kind of approach not having a chance to play competitively for a little bit here?
I think that we all just, we're just all going to continue to stay focused and get healthy again. And once we're healthy, I know that everyone's going to come back like fired up and ready to go.
Because as a young person, an athlete, the competition is so important, and you look at that, like look at your schedule. We've got Skinny Alice on this day or Fairport on this day. To just have it at the last second erased or postponed or canceled, it's something that you're not used to and not anyone's used to. Do you kind of have a way of dealing with that, or you just sort of cross your fingers and hope you get through as many games as you can in the season?
Yeah, that was disappointing to see the Skinny Alice game get postponed or canceled. But I think that basically we're just going to prepare every day that we have a game or practice, just prepare as much as we can for the event. And if it happens, then we're going to be ready for it. And if it doesn't, then we just look on to the next one.
So you really need that outdoor rink to be ready, because you need to get your ice time out.
Yeah.
You and your brothers. Okay. And I know that much like your dad, you will be looking to play lacrosse in the springtime. We'll see how that goes. Based on your hockey start, it appears like hockey might be your best sport or favorite sport. But how do you approach the lacrosse season, especially since you have a family history of doing so well in that sport?
Yeah. when lacrosse season comes around, I'm looking to just play for the school again this year, and I get help from my dad. Obviously has advice. My older brother plays lacrosse at Clarkson, so he gives advice. But pretty much just like show up to practice prepared and ready to go get better at lacrosse.
Okay. Okay. Well, do you have, if you could pick one Christmas present that you would want, not hockey related, perhaps, what's top of your Christmas wish list?
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna look to get some new clothes this year.
Yep.
I don't really know.
Hockey gear or just regular stuff?
Just regular clothes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you've got some shopping to do with all those siblings and the
Mm,
parents. So good luck with that. And we
thank
wish
you.
happy holidays to everybody watching out there. We'll be back real soon with another edition of syracuse.com's SOS Spotlight Athlete of the Week. This is Lindsay Kramer. Have a safe and happy holidays, everybody, and we'll see you real soon.